Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I am your host, Echo Fang Grey Wolf. Okay, Instagrammers, it's been a minute, but I'm here. I made a video on my YouTube and my TikTok yesterday, so I'm doing the same thing today. You have until 4 o'clock, if that clock is right. So I want to talk martial arts, and I want to talk truth about martial arts. And I'm probably going to piss off a couple of martial artists in the process. I'm also going to do a quick demo on bound fighting. So I should probably start that first since there's no guest here. And anybody who comes on, you're welcome to be on, but your vocals will be on YouTube because it's recording. Your face and stuff won't be, but your vocals will be. So we're going to move this over there, move this back here. And hopefully this will make a difference. As you know, there's not a lot of room in here, so I won't be able to do anything fluently. There are going to be complications. All right. So, first and foremost, as I say in all my YouTube videos, I'll say it here, please do not attempt to do anything that you've seen here without the proper training. You will wind up in the hospital, or you will be in the grave. I'm a martial artist. I'm also a vet. I am an actor. And I have been trained to fight with my hands tied in front and behind. Very few of us martial artists can say that. This works good in movies. It does not work good in real life. Be forewarned, you have been told. So the first thing you got to understand, with your hands in front of you, you have a better option because you have the ability to block. High left, medium left with knee, low left. High right, medium right with knee, low right. All right? Now, I want you to see the difference in that because it's very important for you. It's not important to me because I know for a fact that if my hands are tied behind my back, I am very limited, not just because of my hip, but because balance is a thing. Okay? So, that's it for my block. Anything coming here, I can protect. Anything coming to my face, I'm in deep shit. And so is anyone else who attempts this. I say this all the time because you need to know it, just in case this can be done. I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm just saying that you should probably be trained before you attempt it. The thing you understand about fighting is that you actually need to know how to fight before you get into a fight. If your hands are tied behind your back, your best escape is to not engage. In the event that you have to engage, you want your opponent as far away from your exit as possible. If your exit is over there, you don't want your opponent to go that way. You want your opponent to go that way. If he's coming at you, being you be my phone, my exit is to my left, your right. So I'm going to use my outside to inside crescent kick, and I'm going to send your ass over that way. When I land here, it's easier to do this and walk away than to do this because of how I am built. You might find it easier when you land here to do this. For me, if I've kicked you, we'll kick again. It's easier for me to do that. It's just that simple. It's the way I'm built. You don't have to do it that way, but I recommend that you don't engage because your hands are tied. You are very limited with your hands tied if the enemy is that way on my right and my door is that way. I am in trouble, but I want to keep it basic. So if he's coming at me, boom, that's it. No fancy shit. No, he's coming at me, boom, boom. That's it. No fancy shit. If that is my only way, I have a problem. So my hands are tied. I have to engage. I don't recommend engaging, but that's my only way out. I've slowed him down, but those basic kicks, that side kick, that front kick, or that front kick, that side kick, my hands are tied. I hope that I hit him somewhere in here or in here, so that I can at least bring him down. Because if I didn't bring him down, if I didn't stop him, he's going to rip me a new puppet hole. Understand? Now, let's say my door's this way, and he's the enemy in front of me. I would do the inside to outside crescent kick, which would force me to engage with him because I put him in my doorway. That's this kick. Now I've put him in my doorway, so you don't want to do that. You want to do the outside to inside crescent kick, which puts him that way, away from your door. He's coming at you. Now, again, you pop the hips, you're out. Do not engage. Why do I tell you not to engage? I showed you. This is a block. This is a block. If you don't tuck your head down, you're not going to be able to protect your face. It's really, really simple. You know? This is a block. This is a block. That's it. Straight up. That's it. As you can see, this is not very effective, and this makes me vulnerable to a foot sweep. Same here. Not effective, it makes me vulnerable to a foot sweep. And if I'm fighting someone who knows more than I know, I might be going to sleep. Because this block, you see it's at my chest level, my arms are not flexible enough to get it up there. Now if you're a contortionist, you can do that thing and get it over that way, or you can squat down and pull it out. I'm not 25 years old anymore. I can't do that. I know that I can't do that, so I have to adapt. So I'm going to kick, and if he gets up, I'm going to kick again. Gets up, I'm going to keep kicking. Notice there's the same kick, with the exception of the side kick, the front kick. If I have to do a front and a side, less chambering. Now, for some of you Taekwondo people, you were taught the same kick I was taught, where you chamber it and then throw it out. You ain't got time for that. So when you're here, boom, boom, that's it. Better have your shit straight. Now, you will never be doing jump spin kicks or tornado kicks or butterfly kicks with your hands tied behind your back. If you're in a movie, they will be taking precautions to make sure that you do not get hurt. Therefore, you can do that shit. But you're in real life, no. Hell no. You keep that shit as simple as possible. He's coming, boom. You've kicked him, he's gone down. Keep going. Especially if that's your doorway. If your doorway is this way, and you kick him, get the fuck out. Don't sit there and become a victim because you chose to do something stupid. Do not engage. Your hands are tied behind your back. Your motion is limited. Sorry, somebody's in the parking lot. It's not a recognizable car. Anyway, so you can use knees. This is the last thing I'm going to do with my hands tied behind my back. You can use knees, all right? So let's say you kick him, boom, he falls towards you. Now I just put my knee down, which is a mistake, but sometimes you have to do that to gain your balance. So what I should have done was kick and then bring my knee up. Not everybody can do that, which is why I put my leg down, which is a mistake for me, but it would be something that people who don't have martial arts trainings will instinctively do. So, boom, boom, for those who have the training, boom, 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 for those who do not. So there's so much you can do with your hands tied behind your back. You're not going to be doing this. Okay? Not going to do that. This throws off your balance. Anytime your hands are tied behind your back, it throws off your balance. So we keep that shit basic. Basic. Inside to outside crescent. Outside to inside crescent. Front kick. Axe kick. Side kick. Side kick to front kick. Those are basics. Those are going to save your ass when your hands are tied behind your back. The wave didn't work, I'm sorry. There it is. Now we're going to get to the guts and glories of being tied in front. This doesn't change anything. This doesn't This doesn't change anything. What it does change is the fact that now you have a little bit more balance. You're still not going to do anything fancy. You're not doing this. Okay? You're not doing that. Not a real fight. You're not doing that. Hands are tied. You're getting the fuck out of Dodge. It's coming at you. Boom. You know, you still can engage if you have to, but you shouldn't have to. Now, if you level him, you leave. Your hands are tied. If you can't leave, then you have to engage, which is why if your hands are like this, you have better protection. Block, 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 block. You have that where your hands are tied behind you. You have this. See the difference? Gonna get fucked up. You're not gonna do any tornado kicks. You're not gonna do any reverse tornado kicks. You're not doing any of that shit. You still got your hands tied. They have to work as a cohesive unit. So that's fine. Hands are still tied. Your solve problems. So block strike or kung fu, block counter karate, you've been limited. So you better figure it out. Block strike, block, go to the throat. You need to figure it out, you need to figure it out fast. You have to block and kick, boom, boom. You want to keep that shit basic, boom. No, because if you don't, you're going to the hospital. And again, I state this exclusively. Do not engage. Your hands are tied. The only engagement you're doing is enough to get the fuck out. He's coming at you and you're not a strong fighter. Boom. You're going this way. You send him in that direction, you're going this way. Why? Because you're not a strong fighter. Why put yourself in that danger? Don't be a fucking hero. If your door's over there, you fucked up. If your door over there and he's coming at you, then you want to send him in this direction. And you don't have to engage, but you just got to where you can get out because you sent him in a direction away from your door. Fighting is common sense, honestly. Skill levels is everything. Experience is everything. Size, strength of the opponent, this much. Just a tiny factor. Your fighting experience, your skill level is the most important thing you're ever going to need in the world. Now, if you happen to get into trouble, you'll need to know when to engage and when not to engage. When you are stuck like this, you have the ability to engage. But should you? No, you should not. You should engage on getting the fuck out. Now, in that case, you have to get out. If he's blocking the door, these are not just hinders, those are also weapons. You just have to know how to use them, when to use them, where to use them. So if you block and you get him here, boom, you can get behind him and put it around his throat. But let's say you can't do that. So if you block and you knee him, elbow him, and run. Nothing wrong with running. No. Now, like I said, there are going to be a time where you may have to engage. But if you're ever in a situation where your hands is tied, I only have one question. What the fuck do you do for a living? Okay? Because this is for making movies. And I was really trained how to fight with my hands tied. But you will never be in a situation where you have to. But that's why I make these videos. To let you know it can be done. I don't recommend it, but it can be done. But you know, your blocks. When you block with normal blocks, let's use the bound for a minute. When you're just blocking, those are your blocks. Those are your simple blocks. These are day one blocks. You know, simple shit. How many times you see that when you see fights now? You don't. Because most of the time when you see fights, everybody gets in boxing blocks. You know, kickboxing, Thai boxing. You know, these are your blocks. You know, your Thai block, this is a block. If you take an actual Thai fighting, This and this is a block. That's a block. That's a block. That's a block. You haven't taken Thai fighting, you took an American kickboxing. Same fucking block. Difference is American kickboxers are going to bet you like this. Thai fighters are coming at you like this. Real small difference, but you got to recognize that style. Now, capoeira, for those who don't know, they fought in chains. They weren't behind their back, but they fought in chains. You know, they did butterfly kicks with their hands chained up. Me recommend that? Fuck no. Not in your life. Why? Because you could probably die. Love Gatorade. Sorry. Hey, brother. Yeah, high school was a long time ago for me too. 1993 is when I graduated. Wasn't allowed to do practicing in school. There was no martial art team, only a wrestling team, the basketball, the baseball, the football, and lacrosse teams. Sports that I didn't qualify for. So, learning to block with both hands. You have your central line. That is all of this. So you have to learn how to protect. If you're going to do Kung Fu, crane style, it's here. But now I can't. It should look like this. So if you're breaking in, not gonna happen. Your crane just got retarded. Snake, mantis, tiger, dragon, your hands are tied. None of that shit's gonna matter. Drunken master, drunken monkey, your hands are tied. So you need to learn how to work with them as one effective fighting machine. So you're blocking, it becomes one block. It's two hands, but it's still one block. So block, block, block. It's not that difficult. Block, block, block. You'll figure that shit out. Problem is, you shouldn't be in any situation where this is happening to you. Okay? Shouldn't. But I was trained like this in case that situation did ever arise. I had great teachers. Rest of them, wherever they may be. The ones that are dead, God rest. Only one that I know for sure is dead. The other ones I don't really remember faces. But I know I was taught very well. The guy that taught me Kempo didn't teach me with my hands tied. He was also a white cat, just like the guy that taught me Taekwondo was a white cat. But, your ethnicity doesn't have anything to do with your martial arts skills. All right? Metaphorically. Now, the thing about fighting with your hands tied, you need to know what works. All right? Straight up and down. You need to know what works. This works. That's a front kick. It can also turn into an axe kick. Side kick. That works. Regardless of what style you take, that's working. All right? Spinning back kick. I don't recommend it, but it works. Why I don't recommend it? Boom! You just got hit in the back of the head. You take your eyes off your enemy. So you going like this, you get right there, they're gonna hit you. So you're thinking about throwing a spinning back kick. You gotta first get in position. And if you don't hurt that person to get them into position, unless you're a really lucky motherfucker with a horseshoe or a unicorn up your ass, you're probably gonna get fucked up. So if you want to do the spinning back kick, you want to push shins in your opponent. So he's coming, boom. You set him up, you step down, boom. But see, if he ducks that, you're dust. Why put yourself in that position when it'd be simple for you to just, boom, you kick him again. It's really simple. You do it around that fancy shit, you're going to wind up being fucked up. Now say he's coming at you, boom, you kick him, you hit him in the sternum, he goes down. You have your hands, wrap it around the back of his neck, boom, into the face. In the fight. Don't continue to engage in that shit. End it as quickly as possible. Your hands are tied. Try to remember when your hands are tied, you are in more danger regardless of whether they're in front or in back. You just have more options when your hands are tied in front. You know, guys kicking, you block. You know, if you miss that block, he kicked you. You're going down. You kick again, you can block with those thighs. But if he's like got a lot of power, you won't want to do that. If he's got power, you want to be able to avoid. Because if he comes at you, he might break your damn femur. Then what? Shit, got the fuck out of there, right? Yeah, that's the thing. Understand the difference between reality and fantasy. You can fight with your hands tied. Don't let me tell you that you can't, but let me tell you this. If you haven't been trained, I highly don't recommend that shit because you're going to get fucked up. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You haven't been trained, all you're doing is trying to look cool. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to teach you the fucking truth. Yeah, you can fight with your hands tied if you've been trained. Do I recommend it? Fuck no. You can fight with your hands tied in the front. A hell of a lot better than your hands tied behind you. Do I recommend it? Fuck no. But you know there's always going to be somebody who's going to say, I can do that, I can do that, until they can't. It's the same thing about when people say they're a badass until they get hit in the mouth. True fact. Especially if you don't lose all your teeth and don't get back up. Well, you're a badass, now you're a badass from the ground. So again, your blocks. High left medium left with knee, low left. High right, low right. Excuse me, that's medium right. Medium right with knee, low right. It's not that difficult. The difficulty is the person you are fighting. If you are a weak fighter, if you have no upper body strength, if you have no skills whatsoever, you will have enough skills to escape. So I'm going to teach you that with this video. Again, knowing where your door is. I have a door there and I have a door there. But for the sake of argument, since I'm on my job, that's the only door I have. This is what I'm not going to do because my opponent is you. I'm not going to kick you in the way of the door. Now I just put you in my way. Now I just force myself to engage in a fight that I can't win because my hands are tied and I'm not a good fighter. Now what I should have done was option B. You are him. The door is there. Boom. Now I set you over there. Now I can be called the biggest bitch, the biggest coward, whatever you want to call me. That door's over there. You're stunned, and I'm on the run. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. You're stunned. I'm on the run. Why am I going to sit there? I did what I needed to do. That door's my way out. You're the door to death. So when I gave you this inside to outside crescent kick, boom, I landed in the perfect running position. Versus when I gave you the outside to inside crescent kick, which puts you in the perfect position to stop me from getting out. So if I did this, now I put you right there. Now I got to fight you. Didn't want to have to fight you because my hands are tied and I want to get out. But I put you right in my way, which puts me back in harm's way because you're the person to tie my hands in the first place. See where we're going with that? So here's option C. You're coming at me. My door's still right there. Boom. I kicked you in the stomach. You come down. Boom. I'm bringing that knee to your face. And then I'm going out. Now, we're going to end that. We're going to talk a little bit about martial arts. So, if there's any questions, yes, balance is very important. Balance is very, very important. I don't know how to get guests on this damn thing. But yeah, this in front of you, you have more balance. This behind you, you have little to no balance. And that is the deciding factor in the fight, period. If you are going to fight someone and your balance is off, you've just collected a challenge. That was the only way I can put that peacefully. You collected a challenge. Because in the end, you're going to be there and you're going to have a decision to make. Am I going to survive this or am I going to get fucked up and then die? It's a good chance that you're going to get fucked up. But, your balance is probably the most important thing in martial arts. some people fail to reveal to you. So then you have to deal with that shit as best you can. And that becomes a problem. That becomes a major problem. FYI, these guys need to sponsor me. Come on, Gatorade, give me a job. That's the substance in these recycled bottles. Yes, I recycle. I was a Captain Planet fan. So, I have 30 minutes before I have to get the hell out of here. Anybody want to come on? I will try to get you on. Your responses will be recorded on YouTube. Questions also. How the hell do you get guests? What's that question mark do? I don't know how this shit works. What's that do? Uh-oh. Okay. That means no one's asked me questions. What does... You know what? I'm not going to touch anything because I'm going to fuck some shit up. What's these 3 stars do? Uh-oh. I don't think I wanted to do that. Yeah, let's push that again. Yeah. I don't know how to make guests come on this thing. This is the problem I had on TikTok yesterday. Hey, brother, if you have a TikTok, I'm going to end this and take the live to TikTok. Because, lots of people haven't showed up. So I'm going to do that. And if you want to come to TikTok and you want to come on, we're going to try to get live people on. Because I've totally failed at this shit. Someone's going to have to teach me how to operate Instagram and TikTok. Because I really just don't know how to do this shit. With that being said, I'm going to take this live to TikTok, brother. I know you got me on TikTok, so follow me there. And it's damn good to see you, brother. Damn good to see you. Much love. We're going to TikTok. Sorry, y'all. I have a lot of stuff. Okay, we don't. I guess when you go to TikTok, it just automatically goes to something. All right. Hello, TikTokers. I'm only going to be here for like 30 some odd more minutes. So I'm picking up where I left off on martial arts. Yesterday, I left Instagram live. So now I'm on TikTok live because I can actually invite people on TikTok. I couldn't invite anybody on Instagram, so I came to TikTok live. I will make another Instagram later. I will apologize to Instagram for that shit. Probably do a martial art demo. Anything that you guys missed from Instagram, you can go to Kung Fu Havoc #2 and like 7 o'clock tonight. It'll be posted. I have to go home and take an exam, so that's why I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. Is this thing even recording? I know that YouTube is recording. I don't see any guests. So anyway, I did a bound fighting demo. And I talked about it, about how and what not to do and what to do and things like that. And again, no one's, I guess I can share with them. I don't know what the hell. Okay. All right. Martha. God damn it. I can't spell worth shit. I know none of them are coming, but anyway. Invite another host. Well, there's nobody even in the room. So, all right. So, as I said, when you're doing martial arts, make sure my nose is going there. If you're doing martial arts, it is very important to actually know martial arts. It is very important to be trained by someone who knows what the fuck they're doing, so that you don't get fucked up, so that you don't have any injuries or complications or convolutedness that someone's going to ruin your day. All right. So I'm gonna make this quick because I have like 15 minutes, and still no one's in the room. So that's fine. No one's in the room. So bottom line then, because no one's in the room, I'm gonna do a little bit more demonstrations on what to do and what not to do, and then we're going to end the live, and we're going to go home and take this damn exam for the second time. So let's do it. So do's and don'ts about fighting. And if any martial artists want to come on and question it or whatever, that's why it's a live thing. And I have a wedgie. It looks like somebody might just show up as I'm digging this wedgie out my ass. Yep, nobody showed up. Okay, so here we go. Do's and don'ts of the Bound Fighting, live on Instagram and TikTok. So, what you're going to do first is learn what not to do. Okay. Now some people are in. Okay. So, any martial artists in the room? Got 5 people that I know. Okay, so my hands are behind my back. I've done this video before, and anything you missed, you can go to Comfy Habit number 2 at about 7 o'clock. It should be posted because I'm going to go home and take my exam. Again, I took it last night, but I'll take it again because it's due by midnight tonight. So the teacher's going to keep the highest score. All right. Your hands are tied behind your back. Engaging with your enemy is not an option other than to escape the enemy. So what you're going to know for a fact is that, 1, this is a block. It's a sucky block because I can't protect my face. This is a block. It's a sucky block because I can't protect my face. This is a block. This is also a block. You understand that I cannot protect my face. That's the problem. So you don't want to engage with the enemy. So the enemy's door is there, and you want him to go this way. So you have options. If the only kick you know is an inside to outside crescent kick, you want him to go that way. Using your right leg, you want to send him in that direction, and then you want to go in this direction. If that is not the option that you choose, you can use an outside to inside crescent kick with the opposite leg, sending him in that direction. That puts him that way, you this way. You're going to pop your hips and you're going to run because your hands are tied behind your back. And if you're running, you're safe. Oh, you don't think you can run with your hands tied behind your back. Watch and learn. It throws off your balance just a little bit, but it can still be done. Just don't trip over your own damn feet. That's the key factor of escape. Now, if the guy's that way, or the door is that way, and the guy is right in front of you, you don't want to send him in the door. This is when you don't use this kick, because now you've put him in between you and escape. This is when you use this kick. That is an outside to inside crescent kick. See where you land, pop your hips, and go this way. Now you can also use that kick that I tell you not to do, but with this leg, so that he's not in your doorway. There. So you still kicked him over that way, and you do not have to engage. As if you would have used this one, and the door is over there, then you don't do that kick. Because then you're going to get fucked up. Alright? You also want to keep that shit basic. In case you can't kick like that. So you want to keep it to a front kick. Boom. Let's say you want to do a front kick to a side kick. Boom. Now, I actually did a little bit of a cheat there because I kind of jumped, and you don't want to do that. So it should probably look more like front, then side, versus front, then side, When your hands are tied, your balance is off, and if they're behind your back, you're in really bad shape. And now, for the good part, engaging with your hands tied in front. Still not recommended, but you got a better chance of surviving it. So, first your blocks. High right, medium right. Medium right with knee, low right. High left, medium left with knee, low left. That's going to protect all of this. Why is that going to protect that? Well, your hands aren't tied behind your back, so you can still properly protect yourself because you have blocks now. You know, block, 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 you have blocks. When you were like this was your block. It's limited. You need to be able to move to protect. Now, if you can't get your head into a protective position, you're going to sleep. You don't want that. So what you want to do is to be able to block. So you have that. This is about the only time you'll be safe to engage because you can block. You know, when this thing is behind you, you're not safe. You can't engage. You want to engage on escaping, and that should be the only thing that you should engage on doing. My time is getting limited, so I need to speed this up. So, if you have to fight with your hands in front, and you block, keep it simple. You know, block, front. He's over here, block, front. Okay? That's more of a side kick, but I was doing that angle so you guys can see what it looks like. So it's basically front kick, block, front kick, block, front kick. Both of your feet should be able to do the same thing. Some people have an inability to do the left leg like the right leg. I now have that inability because of my hip replacement. But that does not mean you can't. The foot that's available is the foot that's available. Try to remember that. Whatever's available is what you're going to use. He's throwing a punch, block. You want to get to the outside, so you want to be out here. Get to the outside, drive your knee into his stomach, elbow him, and get the fuck out of dodge. Do not continue to fight if you are not a strong fighter. Simple as that. So I'm going to do one extra thing for this video. And I'm going to end this video so I can go home and take my exam. First off, thank you all for being here. I will try to do another live outside video probably tomorrow, weather permitting. And I will be recording it on YouTube. So, let's play with dangerous weapons. This is a dangerous weapon in the right hands. I know you're all thinking, it's a Lipton tea bottle full of Gatorade. What makes it dangerous? You hear that? Hitting solid muscle doesn't hurt. Hitting the gut hurts. Why is it not hurting me? As all Thai fighters know, exhale tightens up the muscles. Now, so that way when you get hit, it doesn't hurt as much. Please do not go home and start hitting yourself with bottles of Gatorade, especially if you have no idea what you're going to do, and this might, you're going to come right over, so don't do that. But for Thai fighters, y'all know. Tighten them up, exhale. You know, but you can't exhale every time you get hit. I understand there's going to be a bruise here. But yeah, getting hit with something solid muscle, this fits in your throat. You have a good view of that for YouTube. It fits in your throat. So if you're coming at me, it's a little leaky too. If you're running at me, and I thrust this thing into your throat, it's going to stop you. If I thrust it into your solar plexus, it is going to stop you. If I thrust it into your crotch, it is going to stop you. That is solid versus empty. Empty's not going to hurt. But if you spin it around and use the ball, the top, the ball of the top and the cap, that's going to fucking hurt. So you want to hit him in the throat with that. Not this, with that. But if it's full, it's not going to matter what end you hit it on. If it's full, into the throat with this part. Let me get down here so that I can see it. The square end or the bottom. Now, as long as it has a substance in it, it's going to be very, very dangerous to the person that you are hitting with. So, this is where I piss people off. If you're not a real martial artist, you probably don't know that. If you're a real martial artist, you probably should know that. I was taught that shit by a Green Beret and by a few other people. That there is nothing that I touch that I should not be able to beat you, unalive you, or maim you with, because that's part of my skill set. Now, you may not want to go practice getting hit here, but understand that it does actually hurt, and that it will hurt. And you can do it under the arms. You can do it definitely in the throat, behind the back of the ear. You know, it's a weapon. It ain't a weapon to normal people. It's a weapon to me. Now, I just struck. You know, the first move would have probably done the person in. Thrust. Now, I didn't hit him twice. I can just bring a knee. Shouldn't be that brutal to your opponent. But in the end, your opponent's not going to be merciful to you. So why should you be merciful to them? Because mercy is for the strong. Understand it takes a strong person to show their enemy mercy. And Gatorade should give me a job. So before I end this, because I have like 10 minutes to back this shit up, you need to understand how fighting works. Fighting works when one object hits another object. Most of those times, those objects are human beings. Things that start verbally become physical altercations, which leads to somebody getting hit over the top of the head with a tape top bottle. Okay? Boom. Understand your range. Martial arts is not as pretty as people make it look. But understand, it is well worth it once you learn how to use it, once you learn self-control, once you learn self-discipline. It is very well worth it. Because when you're out there, you don't know who's the bad guy. Maybe you're the bad guy. Because as they say in the movies, sometimes the hero in one story is actually the villain in another. Okay? So try to remember that. Because you don't know what someone's thinking about doing to you until they actually do it. Everything that you learn is hopefully to benefit you versus not. And I don't want anybody to go out there getting hurt, trying to practice their hands tied. I don't want you going out there bleeding all over your body. Now, if you take a Thai fighting, I'm below your pay grade because you're already doing that shit. You're already getting beat down with rods and shit, which is why they are the toughest fighters to fight. But they have their only weaknesses, their elbows and their knees, which is also their ultimate weapons. It's an ironic thing. So understand this. All martial arts are related. There are no superior martial arts. There are superior martial artists in that art and only in that art. The more martial arts that you study, the more martial arts that you know, the more grounded you get in being well-rounded, the better your chances of not getting beat up are. But you need to recognize the style. So, everybody's different. Be forewarned. Most Thai fighters are here. Some come in close, some come out wide, some come in like this. American kickboxing, they come in like this. Most regular fighters come in like this, left foot forward. They're always bouncing. So you need to be ready for that. And it's a lot easier to throw from a moving position than a standing position in many of those styles. With Wing Chun, for me, I'm not really big on bopping and weaving because my hips don't work. So I'm going to stand sturdy. Boom. I'm going to try to get you with a 1-inch. If that doesn't work, I'm in trouble. So then I'm going to convert. Boom. I'm going to go into different Kung Fu fights so that I'll know what I'm doing. I can't use Wushu because I can't fly anymore. But, you know, you're going to learn the basics. If you don't learn the basics are not going to be your friend. The basics are going to save your ass. These are for TV. That's for TV. Leave it on TV. All right? This is also for TV. Leave it on TV. You're not going to get the chance to use that shit in a real fight. You might get to use it in Taekwondo tournaments, but you will be wearing armor and gloves, headgear, mouthpiece, cup. You're going to use all that. So if you're fast and strong enough to get that kick around, good for you. If not, you're going to sleep. That being said, I'm going to end the live now. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you all who showed up. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Africa number 2. And this is Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and I'm out. If I can figure out how to end the damn thing. There we go. Okay. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you've come here at this point of the video in Instagram and TikTok, I will make up to this shit. But not today, because I got to go do an exam. Thanks for watching. It's Kung Fu Africa number 2. Be seeing you.